Hey yo, what is up YouTube, Ginno here today with the top 10 K-pop albums of the year. I'm very excited to be letting you guys know what my opinion is on this because there have been some fantastic albums this year and I'm actually really proud of the list I've put together and my honourable mentions. Let me know what you guys think of the top 10 albums of the year in the comments down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. I can get introduced to maybe some albums I haven't actually listened to because I've listened to a lot of albums this year, I'm not going to lie. And it was very hard putting together this list, but I'm really pleased with it overall. The rules are the same as with the songs. However, if a particular band or artist has released two albums that are completely different, not repackaged albums, just two separate EPs or two separate studio albums, then I consider those different projects and they can be on the list. Starting at number 10, it snuck its way onto this list. When I first heard it and when I first reviewed it, I thought this is never going to be on the list, but it really grew on me. This is BTS's Love Yourself, Her album. The first time I heard this, I really wasn't very impressed, and in comparison to Wings, I was actually a little bit, well, no, I was very disappointed. However, it has really grown on me. Songs like Mic Drop, Go Go, even songs that I really didn't like at the beginning, like Dimple, have grown on me hugely. The intro song, Serendipity, also just fantastic. I think I gave this a 6 and a 10. I would definitely up that to a strong 7, maybe an 8 now after these repeated listens. It's really grown on me, especially with the live performances. So yeah, number 10, BTS, Love Yourself, Her. Coming in at number 9, it is Red Velvet's album, Perfect Velvet. I was very close to putting their summer EP, Red Summer, on here because I loved that album. That little EP was a lot of fun. But Perfect Velvet actually kind of blew me away. I didn't end up doing a review to it, unfortunately. I was planning on doing one, but it was an incredibly impressive pop album. Great vocals, really fun instrumentals. Really showed off a side to Red Velvet that I haven't really seen before, and I loved it. At number 8, we have Pentagon with their Demo 1 EP thingy mini album. They also have Demo 2, but personally Demo 1 edges it as the better album. Pentagon are one of those groups that I think are a little bit underappreciated. They're still very young in their development. You know, they only debuted, just over a year ago, but they've been fairly consistent with their music drops. Always have a very good single, like a music video that it's always very good, and their albums are pretty consistent. I really enjoyed this project, and I highly suggest you check it out if you haven't already. Now at number 7, it's probably one of the biggest surprise packages for me this year. I didn't expect to like this project as much as I did. This is BAP's Blue mini album. This of course is the one with Honeymoon as its title song, and Jesus Christ, this album, it's short, but it's so sweet. The production on it's fantastic. I think the vocals on it, the R&B mixes is so different for BAP, who are generally what I sort of regard as a hip-hop group. But the vocals on this are just phenomenal. I'm so impressed with BAP. Now, the top 6 is very tight. I pretty much chose those other 4 pretty easily, but this top 6 was so incredibly tough to put together because I loved all these albums so much, listened to them so much. At number 6, I decided to go for the FTISLAND over 10 years album. I just called it the 10th anniversary album. My lord, what a fantastic project from FTISLAND. So many great songs on here. Wind, the title song, was incredible. And it's a great 10-year anniversary album. It's such a collection of great genre songs. There's such a blend here. It really develops as a cohesive album as well. The way it flows, the structure of it, the number of songs is perfect for me. It's not too long because some of the FTISLAND albums can feel so like stodgy and hard to get through, whereas this album sort of flows through. I was incredibly impressed with this album and it makes it to number 6 on my list. Now, into the top half at number 5, JONGHYUN's album Story Up 2. I put this list together 3 weeks ago and JONGHYUN's album has always been one of my favourites of the year. If some of you remember when I reviewed it, it was the first album on my channel to ever receive a 9 out of 10 review. My first listen, it was my favourite ever first listen to do because I was so just astounded at how good it was. And it's coming in at number 5 because I truly believe it's such a fantastic album. It really showcases his songwriting ability, his vocals, and I really think it's fantastic. And you know, looking back, you know, with hindsight, I can see that the emotions that he was displaying on this album really fit in with what's been going on in his life. And yeah, I mean, it's sad, but the album, like some people have been saying, like the album, oh, he was trying to hint at us about all these things, and I don't see that at all. I think this album is a sad album, but it's also very sort of optimistic as well. Anyway, yeah, comes in at number 5. At number 4, I am so glad this album was released. For me, it's a true showing of this group's potential, and that is Monsta X's The Clan Part 2.5. This is, of course, the album with beautiful. That's how you pronounce that word, Ginno, Jesus Christ. This is such a strong album. I sort of forgot about it from like June through to August, and I didn't really listen to it at all, and I really got back into it in sort of September. It's such an enjoyable album to listen to. The production on it's great. It really shows off Monsta X's rap line incredibly well. The vocals on it are nice. The genre blends through all the songs are just incredibly impressive. But I think it's the production for me that stands out as the best. And it's the best quality of work Monsta X have put out so far. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite make the podium because the top 3 are just incredible albums. Some of the best albums by any of these artists. At number 3, it is my personal favourite album by this group now. I was so impressed with it, and the repackaged album was also great, but I decided to go for the original album rather than the repackage, and that is The War by EXO. Songs like Forever, Coco Bop, Going Crazy are just phenomenal. The Eve as well, incredibly well produced. The whole album is superb. The rap line, the vocal line do incredible jobs on here. Their production team, I think Forever obviously is the standout track with LVN Noise producing. Overall, I love this. I love this so much, and I can't even describe how much emotion I have for this album. It's so fantastic. Really nice track listing as well, just the perfect amount of songs, the perfect amount of time, and then the repackaged album as well. So yeah, EXO The War comes in at number 3. At number 2, I decided to put GD's JONGHYUN. This album was quite underwhelming when I first heard it. Songs like the outro Divina Commedia and Superstar were very underwhelming, but they've really grown on me. The production, when I first heard it, I felt like they were a little bit cliche. But my lord, the intro, Middle Fingers Up, is superb. Bullshit. I love that song. And then Untitled 2014, best song of the year. I absolutely adore that song. Now, the EP is quite short, it's only 5 songs, but it makes up for it in quality, and I think I originally gave it a 7 out of 10, I'm not sure about that. I would definitely up that to a 9 now. I really think it's great, especially having seen it live and stage, like, just incredible. So yeah, that is my top 9. I'm just going to mention some honourable mentions now very quickly, and then I'll let you know what my number 1 is. Honourable mentions is Hyze's EP. I can't pronounce the name, unfortunately. That was great. Suran's Walk-In EP. Wow, she's had a great year. Superb album. 7 of 7 by Got7, of course. Have to mention that. Yuna 2 Verse by Jessie. Great hip-hop album. Lovely blend of genres as well. Going back ages now, Minzy's Work 01 EP thing, that was beautiful as well. I gave that an 8 out of 10, didn't I? I think that was great. Cards, You and Me, second mini album, that was also great. Coming to You Live, of course, by DPR Live. I love him, I think he's great. The Blind Star by BY, another fantastic rapper, very underrated. And then finally, Bittersweet, the EP by Baekhyun. Just gorgeous, wow, her voice. So yeah, those are my honourable mentions. So I'm guessing everybody knows what's coming in at number 1, and that is, of course, IU's Palette. What a strong, consistent album. Her vocals on it are fantastic. It's so original, it's so clean, it's utterly fantastic. The production on it is superb. I love the instrumental usage. I love how sweet IU's voice sounds on this, but sometimes, you know, she can slow it down. She can do a ballad, then she can do like a pure bubblegum pop song, and then she does something a little bit more R&B. Oh, it's fascinating. The first song, is incredible. It's probably my second favourite song on the album after Palette, and then songs like Jam Jam, Blackout. Superb. I cannot stress how much I love this album, and it's an easy 10 out of 10 for me. Honestly, it's such a good album. And yeah, that is my top 10 list of 2017 K-pop albums. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. So this video I'm going to watch in the future. Tomorrow I have my top 10 albums of all genres coming, so I hope you stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be doing a top 10 K-pop music videos that is going to be coming out not on Christmas Day, but on Boxing Day, hopefully. I'm not going to do any videos on Christmas Day. And then I am also planning on doing just a top 10 artists of the year, so that's success rather than produce the best music, so just general success. K-pop artist, that is. Thank you for watching. Ginno, signing out. See you guys soon. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop.
I think I like it.